You're listening to a Shockcast original. Shock.
The C Word with Callista.
All right, so hey everyone, it's been a while, but welcome to season 2 of the C Word. If you're new, well, stick around because we've got a lot of, I would say, juicy information from people from all walks of life, but the one common denominator is that we all talk about content. For our first episode of the season, S2E1, aka Pickle Worm, I hope I'm saying that right. She's here with us to talk about how her miniature art and her content got her a show with the one and only Ryan Reynolds. So S2E1, thanks for talking to me.
Thank you for having me here.
Let's start from the beginning. What does Pickle Worm mean?
It means during the secondary school, we have memorized pico as a really small system unit. So pico, that means really tiny. And worm, it derived from bookworm because I really love to read. Pickle worm, it has a meaning saying that somebody loves something small. Yeah.
Okay, honestly, I don't remember ever learning the word pico. Maybe it was too long ago. So basically, you're kind of describing what you do, right? Because you do miniature art, and how tiny is tiny?
It can be under a palm or under a finger. So it depends on what scale I wanted to do. So it can be slightly larger or something even smaller than a grain.
How did you even discover that you like miniature art, though? It seems like such a niche kind of thing to do.
It is, but my sister, she personally is a miniature collector. So this is how I actually know about what is miniature, because she loved to buy it. By that time, when I was first started, I learned it from the book and from the forum, because we doesn't have a YouTube tutorial as many as today. So it was about 14 years ago. And then eventually I bought some simple tools and material and get myself hands-on to make it myself, because I can't afford to buy miniature like my sister. So I try to make by my own.
So now she doesn't buy anymore. She makes you make it for her lah.
And no, she still buys it because she collects wide range of miniatures. It's just not include Malaysian culture, but the Western culture, stuff like that. She loves a lot of them.
I assume you've always been good at art, right? But how different is it creating normal sized art and miniature art? What's the difference in the process?
Miniature art, it doesn't need any art base. Like me, I was a student studying mechanical engineer. I don't study art at all, so I just practice it by my own. I mean, practice can make perfect. I mean, seriously. So in terms of the scale, so in that terms, we will need to have a good sense in ratio. In terms of that, you have to, keep practice, and you have to observe everything in your daily life, so you can catch up what is, how should I say, the sense of skill. I don't know what to say, but yeah, the intuition, you can train it by yourself.
You say that, but then I do think that art is something that is natural. You know what I mean? I can barely draw a proper stick man. That is the amount of art that I can do. So I don't think practicing that much would get me onto your level.
but at first you have to have the passion on it, because I really love it. So I don't care about how much time I really spend into it.
But is this a full-time thing for you?
Yeah, it is right now.
You sell all your art, right?
Yes, correct. Sometimes I take commission work. Let's say some of my customer, they send me some old photos of perhaps their grandfather's shop, and I just recreate the shop. I make from 2D into 3D art.
I've seen a lot of the photos that you've posted on Instagram. They're all so cute and they're so realistic.
Thank you so much.
How long have you been posting and actually selling your work though?
I think I started from 2014 or 16. That time I was still studying in a university. I just sell it to my friends or friends, something like that. And then eventually when I graduated, then I just started full-time right away.
Wow, that's so impressive. I'm just gonna assume that the people that were producing this show, which if you're listening and you don't know what it is, basically it's a show on Snapchat, and it's called Ryan Doesn't Know. And basically he gets a bunch of people to teach him things that he doesn't know, which is a lot. I can relate. And they approached you, right?
Yeah, I received an email last year, November, saying that Ryan Reynolds, he spent a lot of time during the home quarantine, and he bookmarked some of his favorite interests about this show, because they are still hosting about this. They are preparing about this. So he bookmarked some of the ideas, and I am very fortunate to be one of them. So they asked me if I could be the guest, and and the first thought that comes into my mind is this real?
Is this a scam?
Yeah, it is. Is it a scam? So I was like, okay, never mind. I just replied anyway, and then we set up a meeting right away, and then finally I was, wow, it is real. It was a big surprise to me.
So he found your work and then got the production team to contact you.
Yes, correct.
Wow.
I don't know how he found me, but it was a surprise. Yeah. It was a big surprise.
Yeah, your stuff is like pretty impressive. So, but it's not about like how good your art is. It's just, I feel like as Malaysians, we're always like, wow, how like did you from all the way in the US, did you find my little page?
Yeah, it is. That is what I was wondering, how he could find me. I can't believe that.
So, okay, how nervous were you though?
I was super nervous, and I was keep laughing because he's funny. So I was just laughing nonstop, and but I can't forget what I was supposed to do. I have to teach him. Even though we know that this show, it wouldn't be a serious tutorial, but he have to make fun between us, and he was very interactive. So so I was very nervous. Anyway, I tried my best, when I was talking to a big person like him.
But like I saw the show and you didn't look nervous at all. In fact, like there were certain parts you were like, are you serious right now? Like you can't even make a freaking hairdryer.
Actually, the team told me to do that. I mean, when we was meeting, so they were saying that they don't expect Ryan make something good, but you have to give some reactions. I was just okay, I'll do that.
When he showed the hairdryer to the camera, I'm like, how to tell you, but this does not look like Pui Wan's. But how did you even come up with the concept? Like, why a barbershop?
Because they asked me what we can do to relate my artwork. So I have a barbershop artwork that I made last few years. They then decide, why not we let Ryan Reynolds to make a hairdryer, and that hairdryer can be put inside your barbershop. Finally, it couldn't be put inside, but this is the whole concept lah.
You rejected Deadpool's hairdryer like Pui Wan. Did they send you the hairdryer?
They wanted to. I mean, at the end,
you were like, no, I don't want this.
No, but they didn't send it to me. If you have watched the first episode, Ryan sent the eyes to Will Smith. So this is what they plan to do. I mean, the end of the work that done by Ryan Reynolds, they actually wanted to send to somebody else. So, but in my show, they didn't do it because
well, it was a weird color, and then
yeah.
If you haven't seen the show, you have to go and watch it. There's like a teaser on Pui Wan's Instagram, and there's the full show is on Snapchat. Honestly, this is the first time that I've watched anything on Snapchat. I tried to see how long it was, but then it kept skipping when I tapped it.
I can understand that because I didn't know they come up with some show like this in Snapchat at all. I mean, initially I thought it was in the YouTube, but no, they are in Snapchat. Yeah,
because he did post like a teaser thing on like a trailer on YouTube, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
but the full series, you have to watch it on Snapchat. Yeah.
If you are like creating content for like your art, right? Like I think TikTok would be like a great platform for you. When when you do your YouTube videos and like you just take out parts of it and make it like a very fast cut tutorial instead of like a YouTube video, and you put that on TikTok, I think you could grow very fast.
Oh,
you should
okay.
Try it out. But yeah, it's a platform that you can grow a lot faster than YouTube and Instagram nowadays. I don't know whether you noticed, but it's like really hard to up your numbers on YouTube and Instagram, I feel.
Yeah, the algorithm is kind of different, right?
Yeah, but on TikTok, it's like you post something, if like they send it out to a small group of people, And if all these people like watch it, if they watch the whole thing, then they send it out to more people. And like people with like 100 followers can get videos with 100,000 views. You should think about it.
I think I will try it out.
Yeah, but what
Okay.
what are you planning like for your art? Like, are you planning to do this like full time continuously, or you're planning to like sell the art? Like, what's your plan when it comes to content wise?
I definitely would do it full time for, I would say, forever, because I really love it. Yeah, selling my work is one of the thing, and sometimes I really hope to have a commission work for commercial. So I think in miniature art, it still have rooms for growth in Malaysia, because we doesn't have a lot of miniature artists in Malaysia. So I think it's still in initial stage. So I think it has a lot of room to improve, to actually make this industry mature, to promote miniature art as well. If you browse through my Instagram, I really love to make Malaysian culture related stuff. Yeah, so this is the thing I really wanted to promote. I can telling our culture through the arts.
So like you can promote Malaysia through like your miniature art, right? It's like a mini piece of Malaysia going outside,
Yes, correct. And
I love all your culture stuff, but the one that, I don't know, every time I go onto your Instagram, the one that always jumps out at me is that watercolor and the color pencils. It is so cute.
Because it relates to all of us, especially all Malaysian. As a kid, we definitely use it. I mean, I think no one wouldn't use it, because we all definitely need it in the primary school
classes.
Yeah. So, sometimes I really love to think about the past when, before I sleep.
And I think everybody loves like things from their childhood. It's just that nostalgia, you know what I mean? You are going to be posting a lot of content, a lot of your miniature art and stuff like that. Have you ever thought of doing like a, what do they call it? They don't call it an exhibition when it's art.
Yeah, you can call it as an exhibition. I actually plan to do it. I mean, I would need a lot of own work in order to do the exhibition. So because some of my works have already sold. So, I do keep some of them for myself. Takes time.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, where do you keep all of it? Because I know it's mini, but after a while, it's a lot, right? You still need like a place to put.
I put anywhere in my house. I mean, if you can see it at the back, so I do have some of it here. Some of the others, I actually put them in a display cabinet. I mean, just store them inside. When I'm free, I just, play around and keep them clean.
It's like treasured pieces to you. Especially if you're keeping them yourself and they're not commissioned work, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it just goes to show like, but then again, you said you were studying mechanical engineering. I was just going to say like, how parents are always like, don't take art stream, take science stream. But you took science stream, right?
Yeah. When I was graduated from the diploma and going to degree, I actually asked my parents if I could just start full-time miniature art. My parents, of course, asked me to continue for the study. So I was not regret. I mean, okay, let's go for study first. When I was studying, I still keep practice on the skill. I was starting to use Instagram by that time. So I started to accumulate some of the followers that can actually buy my work. So, you have to afford yourself to pay some bills. So I was not regret to study because my parents asked me to. So I just spent the degree years to actually prepare for the full time.
Okay, so now like you're just basically good at everything. Like you're good at science, you're good at art.
Because I got the certificate just in case I really, not success at this field. So I still can get a job. Yeah, who knows?
Well, I mean, I guess that just proves doing and posting what you love. Like it can take you places that you've never imagined, right? Like who would have thought this girl from Johor could be on a show with Deadpool just by making art and you studied mechanical engineering? Like no one could have written this story. You know what I mean?
I would never imagine that. I really appreciate that. I doesn't know why am I so lucky, but I'm really, really grateful for that.
You're good. That's why it's not luck.
I would definitely say this is just luck, because there's a lot of amazing artists around the world, but why me? So I would say this is really lucky. for me. So I'm really grateful for that.
Okay, it definitely is part luck that how they came across your profile, but it definitely also is your talent. And I think it's also a sign that this is what you should be doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
If you haven't seen Puiwan's work, I definitely suggest you go onto her Instagram, go to her YouTube, go to her upcoming TikTok page. Like, I'm campaigning for this like crazy. Check out all her work and you will know exactly why she was chosen to do this show. Go to Snapchat, watch the show, and I guess that's it. Thank you, Puiwan, for talking to me
Thank you
about
so
this.
much. Thank
I'm
you
not
so much for
someone who
having me here.
knows anything about art, but I feel like you make it exciting, and I think that's not something a lot of people can do.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Okay, and yeah, so thanks for listening, and I will catch you in the next episode.
The C Word with Callista.